It's time to have better food, and today we are learning how to make gingerbread cookies.
If you've never made them before, don't worry. Audra Pittman from Domino Sugar is showing us a simple and delicious recipe, she promises.
Yeah. I promise you. Okay. Now, I think my recipe is kid-tested, mother-approved kind of thing. My kids love it.
It's not too strong. The kids, you know, sometimes the kids go, oh, gingerbread, no, I want something else.
They think ginger, they think it's strong, but this recipe from dominosugar.com is so awesome because the magic ingredient, dark brown sugar. Now, I have to tell you, even when I was making these cookies with my daughters, I sprinkle a little in my coffee. It's really good. Add it to your coffee.
That is lovely.
But you know, you think of gingerbread and you think, oh, difficult, like it's gonna be a process. You have to do something like chill the dough. You don't have to do that.
Look, I'm telling you, I did this over Thanksgiving with my girls, easy peasy. We made sheets and sheets of cookies. I let them help, even though I'm kind of a control freak, and we all got it done. We all got it done.
All right, so show us this easy recipe.
All right, so first you have to gather your ingredients. So we're gonna have some flour, ginger, allspice, nutmeg, and we're gonna have some butter, eggs, molasses, which is actually good. And all these ingredients you can just grab at the store.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what we have here, do you want to help me today? I heard she's the professional baker, right?
I bake cookies, but I don't know. My cookies all come out at different inches and layers. Like I never get them the same size.
Well, I'm telling you, this recipe is easy. So right now we're gonna combine all the dry ingredients first. So we have the flour in here. We're gonna add some more flour.
Okay.
Add that.
Which one do you want me to use?
You can use a spoon. Okay. All right. And we're gonna add all of our spices.
Okay.
And the sugar we'll add a little bit later. Okay, so you get that kind of stirred up as the cloud of flour is going around here. And this recipe is so good for the holidays. I know we're kind of talking about, you know, you're gonna go to holiday parties and do you bring something? Or, you know, and I think if you look at this edible cookie wreath and some of these gingerbread cookies, people love things that are custom and homebade and things you can't just buy in the store.
If we can get a shot of the wreath over there, if you want to really
step up. Oh, right.
Yeah.
You're forever invited to every party.
All right, here.
All right, so you want to
do the wet ingredients.
All right,
so we're gonna start.
We're gonna make a little well. And
see, we did our nice little friendly trick of melting the butter ahead of time. That makes it a little bit easier.
Is that important for the taste?
Right on the table in front of the sugar, if you look at that, is a beautiful wreath made out of cookies.
I think it makes it a little bit easier when you're trying to make sure the dough starts forming. We got our eggs.
You can't tell from that angle, but if you were to tip it over, which we won't do.
No, you don't want that to slide
over.
over.
The upper version of it, it is a wreath. Okay, so
I'm going to try to slowly add this. I don't want to splash you over here. All right, our brown sugar in there.
Now, sometimes there's an issue with brown sugar getting hard or that kind of thing. What do you do with that? Do you I heard you microwave it, or you do?
I've never microwaved it.
I have.
You have?
And it works.
It works.
Really?
Put it in there for if it got a little hard since last time you used
it. I should 10, 20 seconds. You just have to see how much you're putting in. But it does. Microwave does work. I don't know if it's the right way, but it has.
Hey, it works, right?
It works.
Okay, so put the molasses in.
Okay, put the molasses in. You see, this kind of takes a little bit of time, but we can get that out there.
Okay.
And what you're going to start noticing as you start blending it all together, you're going to get a nice dough. And actually, this is perfect. We need to flour our surface.
Okay.
When you roll out the gingerbread, see how this all works.
It's going to be kind of sticky and...
It's going to be sticky and it's going to mold, and we'll fast forward for television purposes.
You don't have to put them in the fridge or anything?
No, actually, I did this past weekend and it was perfect. We have the unsalted butter that you add here. Again, melting it, I think, kind of helps it. Yeah. And also, if you have a hand mixer, I think a hand mixer helps it.
But you could do it by hand if you don't have anything.
You could do it by hand.
I'm letting Renee.
She's like, I'm going over this here, you know?
But she's the expert, so I want to see.
She's got it. See how she's there.
You just want to get it in there, and you want to make sure you mash it, right?
Yes, and it starts sticking together. And once you have kind of a nice dough and you kind of get it, and all the butter and the egg, everything comes together, you're going to lightly flour your surface.
Okay.
And you're going to roll out the dough. And I let my girls do this. They actually had fun. And just do about a 1/4 inch thickness. That way it's not too thin, not too thick, and you start cutting out your shapes. Now, obviously, we have a snowflake here. I've done gingerbread men. This wreath here was actually made using a leaf shape. So if you just get a leaf shape, it's pretty cool. And there's also techniques for icing. Now the icing seems like the magic part, right?
Right.
If you go on dominosugar.com, there's a royal icing recipe. And that's another one. If you have the hand mixer, you blend cream of tartar, egg whites, and confectioner's sugar, blend it about 5 minutes, then you'll get that stiff icing so it's not running over looking like a crime scene or anything like that.
Well, my gingerbread families look like they went through some troubles.
We had an amazing artist who did these, Sweet Am. She's on Instagram. She is so talented. Maybe you could just hire hire her, like the barista art.
You know, but you know what's so fun? If you're making it with your kids, it's okay to mess it.
Oh, it
actually
is.
looks really cute. And you know, we're gonna have in an upcoming show for the holidays. We have our special Red Plaid edition of Better Connecticut, and in the new Better Homes and Gardens Red Plaid cookbook.
Oh my gosh!
They do a cookie terrarium, so they make gingerbread cookies, and it's the easiest way to display them. It's so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You get a big, beautiful like glass
bowl, kind of,
like a vase.
Yes.
Put the bottom with sugar because that's a snow, and you just stand up your gingerbread all around. You can make a village. So you don't have to just make a house. You could turn in this, and then it becomes cookie
See, I feel like we need to stand them up.
Yeah,
little friends.
So how do you get them that even? Because they always say 1/4 inch or 3/4. How do you get them all the same size? That never happens.
So again, for me, it's like a puzzle. So once I cut them, I kind of move them off so they're not breaking. And then, you know, the frosting, you can always cover up your mistakes unless you're a gingerbread man. Now, when you're going to bake these, this is the part where it actually kind of cranks out. If you go to the Domino Sugar recipe, my girls and I made about 3 large sheets of gingerbread cookies. Oh, wow. So what happens, you get your parchment paper at really just a grocery store, put it on the baking sheet, put one in the oven for 8 minutes, pull it out, and you're cranking in the next sheet.
8 minutes.
Wow.
That's
8 minutes. That's it. And they were munching on them before you even iced them.
Oh my
goodness. You can have,
So I do have a quick question though, because some doughs are like this. So this is okay if it looks like that at home, right? And then you kind of squish it together.
Squish it together.
So you got to use your hands to get the real dough.
It's not going to turn totally dark brown, and that's okay. It comes out like that, but the dough won't look really dark.
Right.
Okay.
So
I would think sometimes I wasn't.
Okay.
We're going with you see. Okay.
All right. I want to make sure. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's great.
But that's pretty much it. And again, dark brown sugar, so good. I started putting it in everything. Coffee, all of it.
And that's really
just
what
so good.
It's kind of giving it the easy color instead of all the other stuff. Okay, that's so wonderful. So again, you can have these recipes if you want to go roll these out with your family. For more great recipes for the holidays, all you have to do is head to dominosugar.com. You can also go on betterct.com and watch this video again to get some tips.